Hi, this is Matt Finch on Old School Gamer Radio. What I'm doing here is basically just the elevator pitch for the Kickstarter. We've done one very long and rambling pre-announcement video, and we've done the very, very short little video that goes with the Kickstarter, but we haven't done a video where we really explain step by step what we're going to do in a short format. So that's what I'm going to try and do real quick in this video here. In summary, what Zach Glazer and I and Jim Wampler are doing is to create a website that will capture all of the different media that's out there for old school D&D gaming. And what we're trying to solve with that is the fact that we began with just a couple of forums out there back in 2005, 2006, and now social media has developed in a way that has fragmented anyone's ability to see the whole community. We went to first blogs and then G+, and now at this point we've got Facebook groups out there, we've got Patreons out there, we've got YouTube channels out there, we've got Twitch TV, podcasts, DIY publishers who have their page mostly on one bookshelf, and so across that whole spectrum of stuff, there's nowhere right now that brings all of that together into one place, and that is the goal, to create a website where we've got an index of the places that are out there and some degree of searching based on the level of funding that we get, which will influence the sophistication of the website that we're able to afford. Now, in terms of all of those links and things, that would be a pretty boring website, useful but boring to go to, and we'd like to get something a little more than that. So we're also going to be creating original content that we're putting on there. For the most part, that's probably going to be video, and the reason for doing that is to a degree it's geared toward the younger gaming generations who may be coming into the old school community. The younger generations, my kids are, they use YouTube as sort of an encyclopedia. And then the other benefit of YouTube is, of course, that you get a much more personal connection to the person that you're seeing the videos from, which is much different from blogs and so on and so forth, where you develop the idea of that personality over time. So just it's more direct as a form of communication. So that's the thinking on videos. The Kickstarter itself is not a very exciting Kickstarter. I mean, we've got basically, in terms of physical rewards, 2 different types of baseball caps, and we're charging PBS donor prices for those. It's more than you would spend on getting your average baseball cap, but that's because there's the donation folded into that, and we don't want to get into the issue of having a large distribution and fulfillment thing going on. Our real focus here is the website, so we're just working on keeping it very simple. So with that, let me mention just one more thing, and that is that we are funded at this point for the lowest technology tier of website. We still can use a lot more money to reach the highest tier of that website, and just running through those, basically the tier that we've already funded is one that is not a whole lot more sophisticated than a blog roll that just has links to other media. When we click up to the next tier of website, which we are close to but haven't quite reached yet, that is going to be a more of a searchable type of index, where you can use a checkbox to eliminate certain things and focus in on the kinds of things that you want to look at. And then the top tier of website, which right now is at a $7,500 stretch goal, is similar to the middle edition tier in that you've got the searchable index, but it's got a much better interface with the outside world. So for example, instead of somebody having to contact me and me putting in their link for them, we'll have the capability to have somebody get on the website, put in their own information, and then Obviously, there's an approval process because there might be spammers and so on and so forth with that, but it's just a matter of clicking an approve button rather than us having to do the typing and with all of the difficulties that that's going to entail with the communications. So that's the highest level of the website that we can reach. So with all of that said, please go and take a look at the Kickstarter and hopefully pledge to it. I think it's a good cause and something that's going to help out the old school community a great deal.